Hey, you guys, it's Anne Marie. Ooh, happy Friday. Happy Friday. I'm harvesting some other element today. I wasn't going to go outside today because even though it's my day off, I actually went in, and I'm glad I did. I've been kind of low-key the last couple days, adjusting to the move, adjusting the cats. The cats are sick, so I'm also dealing with that. And the point of this video, I want to share something with you that I've been going through and processing, and the purpose of it, I think. So as I'm unpacking my stuff now, including this move into my own spot, for the past year, this is my 6th move. I've moved 6 times. And there was 2 individuals that let me put some of my most important things, what I could take, let me store it at their house. And I've got all of it but one place, and that's mainly my kitchen stuff. So I'm going to get to that. But as I am unboxing things that I haven't touched but often thought about, it wasn't just the materialistic part of it, just the things. Most of it was like, I have over 300, 400, 500 Oracle decks, and I'm no longer that. I no longer have that obsession, but it's part of my craft. And I had a lot of divination tools and stones and books and my artwork and the stuff to do my artwork, like the paints and stuff. But all those things that I haven't seen or looked at for a year. A little bit more than a year. And as I'm unpacking those things and cleansing them and, getting rid of some stuff and organizing my hall closet with labels, I start to notice that I'm having an emotional reaction. And so what do I always say? I need to unpack it. Literally and... You're funny. Literally and emotionally. I knew this was going to be an amazing message because I just found a white little feather. A little feather like this. Just laying on the ground. But anyway. And so I had to sit with it the last couple days. Like, in between going to work, and there were some issues with the apartment. But we're, working through it. It's, I guess, my next mission. I don't know. Along with the cats. But I'm unpacking these things. And as I'm unpacking them, I'm realizing, as I shared with Sarah today at the open shelter, I haven't had any time to process what I've gone through. It has been fight or flight and survival of the fittest this past year. And so I think as I was physically unpacking, I was also emotionally unpacking those things and reminiscing of what I've experienced. These last 4 years, I couldn't even process all the attacks and all the things that were happening to me from the community and my family and all these things that were happening prior to the eviction, right? I was trying to process that while I had my other place, but I was under, excuse me, heavy spiritual attack from all areas, like a lot of areas. And so I'm unpacking these things and I'm allowing the emotions to feel, but I'm not being stuck in, and it's not nostalgia really. It's not sadness. It's just like, wow. It's that moment in the movie or the saying, waiting to exhale when you finally, well, that was interesting. This past year seemed like 5 years to me. And I've come a long fucking way. And that's the piece I wanted to address. Oftentimes, when we're on this path, however you want to identify it as, we recognize that we have to release people, places, things, situations, mindsets, behaviors, patterns, whatever. There's a lot of things we need to release and let go of. And I'll speak for myself, and a lot of other amazing souls have communicated this. There's a lot of times we then look around. Once we remove the people, places, things, we see things for who and what they truly are. We start having boundaries and doing the healing work, and people slowly fall off, and they have to. And sometimes we take a look around like, oh my God, I'm all alone. There's the people I thought were supposed to love, respect, and support me inwardly and outwardly. They don't. And you get to this place where you feel as though you're all alone. For me, it was the biggest cycle I had to break. Willing to walk away from anyone or any fucking thing. And in order for me to find my purpose, sorry, my arms get tired, and part of my path. And sometimes when we're stuck in that space for so long, we start to tell ourselves that, when is the replacement's going to come in? When are we going to have those connections or those jobs or be in those communities or have those energies around us that do match our frequency in a way that it's an equal exchange? I thought I heard somebody. And that space, I've often said the pause, but technically it's not a pause, because what we're supposed to be doing is finding our self-worth, finding what we like, what we don't like, learning about ourselves, unpacking things, healing things, letting go, continuing to let go of things that don't serve us. And it can be a lonely, scary, frightening place. Not to project that. I'm just speaking from when I experienced this. There was many times I looked around, I was like, I ain't got nobody but you, Spirit. I ain't got nobody. Nobody gave a fuck about me. I'm mainly talking about those people who society tells us they're supposed to be, or the ones who fake flex like they were, right? And it was my cycle of like true reliance on myself, even though I've always been there. For me, I stopped being everything for everybody and doing that for me for once. A lot of people don't like that shit, but guess what? I don't care. And so it's important when we're in that space to recognize that in that pause, though it feels lonely, though it feels like the good things aren't coming in, or it gets frustrating and just exhausting. It's so fucking exhausting, right? And a lot of people have that privilege of having all kinds of people around them, or having that support, or, whatever. And when you're on this path, oftentimes, because no one can really understand it, except now we have apps like this. But the people and things that have been in our energy don't understand or don't want to understand. And we realize that we have to let them go, because they're either holding us back, not doing their own healing work, so that thus then holds us back. And so this is just a reminder that you're never alone, even though you may feel it. And when Spirit sees that you've done enough healing work that you're able to accept and reciprocate whatever it is that you desire, whether it's connections or maybe more money, once you start doing your money right, or doing right by the money you got, or once you start saying no to people, like all that, you're passing all the little tests, or the checkpoints, as I call them, the little checkpoints, like, for me, that's how I perceive it. Those things will come into your life. I was off today, and I still went to the open shelter because I left a little early to take care of the cats. Going to the vet, which they got to go back. And I met another community member who we are going to be a great resource for each other. And so it made me think, and the ladies at the open shelter have been my solid rock this past year. They all have their own lives, though, you know what I'm saying, in their own journeys. But they have been my family. And so I'm sitting there today at the open shelter, I'm looking, I'm like, you know what? This is what Spirit meant when they're going to slowly but surely start bringing these amazing people in my life that can help me along my journey. It's not going to look like the way I thought it was going to look like. And so it's worth the fight another day. And I'm grateful for the whole experience, because now the connection I have to Spirit and Source and the nature spirits and the animal spirits, it can't be shaken, it can't be broken. Anything that comes in between that or my peace will no longer have a place in my life. So I hope this message reaches who it needs to reach. I'm going to go home and cleanse. I got all kinds of goodies in here. I'm so excited because my rocks are ready, so we're going to be doing some art soon. I need to bring that back. So I hope you guys are healthy and happy and full of joy. May you love and be loved. Heal, don't harm. Have